Scorpio. My name is Maria at Indigo Earth. I'm here to do a general reading for you, our water sign Scorpio. So good to have you here. Appreciate that you came into the channel. Let's also welcome in your cross-watchers. Cross-watchers, you are here to find out what's going on with your person. Therefore, some of this message could be for you as well. Remember that energies do go both ways. So feel free to interpret the direction of the messages as it relates to your personal situation. And the messages coming through for you, Scorpio, should reflect some aspect of your current situation, although it does not have to reflect the whole thing, or it could just confirm an inner knowing. So please take what fits. What doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. Just might mean that the reading is meant for somebody else this week. But for those of you that this does resonate with, I'm going to have it extended at the end of the reading. You can join me there. The link to that is in the description box below. We're going to dive deeper into the messages coming through by exploring the zodiac signs that come up in your reading. Those zodiac signs can be about personal connections, friends, family, relatives, siblings, children, or they could be about your intimate partnership as well. So let's get started for you. This is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. Messages for those watching, please. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. One more time through. All right, here we go, Scorpios. So, overall energetic theme for the reading. We have the Nine of Wands. Are you stressed? Stressed out? Just feeling a little overwhelmed here? Let's see where this goes. What's happening? What's the situation right now? We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups. And we have the Queen of Cups. Wow. Well, this is seasoned. This could be seasoned, very well seasoned. We have a family, and we have a couple here. This to me seems very pleasant right now. A lot of devotion here, something that's been very lasting, something, something that is sustainable, something that is a foundation to it. This seems like something working very well here. So this Nine of Wands could be something about, this is a seasoned connection. Or it could just be something that you're, if this is a situation, it's something that you're very devoted to, that you love doing. It could be a career, it could be a job, it could be home life, it could be your environment. So what's the challenge then? What is the why in this? Like, this is what is going on. So what is the why? Why is this happening? Peace, serenity, healing, communication, and justice. This is very equal balanced here. There's a lot of healing. This is very serene, very peaceful. Communication is going well. There's an equal balance of give and take here. There's, energies are able to blend and flow and work well together. Well, we can just stop right there for you, Scorpio. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. But let's see where we're going with this. Let's see what's going to happen here. We have the Ace of Swords. This is authentic. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the High Priestess. This does seem to be very spiritually connected here. I think there's a lot of truth and a lot of authenticity to whatever this is that's happening in your life right now. I don't think you're going to accept anything else that isn't in alignment with this. Just, you know, maybe there are just some things that, you know, there's give and take. There are some things you like and some things you don't like. But overall, this just seems to be a very, very highly spiritual connection. There's some sort of commitment here. Let's keep going with this, because this seems to be like it's all good. It's all good. This is a very seasoned growth, expansion, evolution. Things seem to be working. So let's find out what the Ten of Pentacles is. What is the Ten of Pentacles? Clarify the Ten of Pentacles here in what's going on. Could be family. This could have something to do with parents as well. Family structure. Maybe this is a background from which you came on where it was a very solid, loving family structure. And maybe you're, you know, coming up against some things here that don't speak truth to you in what you've learned from your family structure as well. But let's see what the Ten of Pentacles is. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Devil. And we have the Two of Swords. There could be something in this, you know, dynamic here that is hitting some blocks in growth and in building together. Maybe there's, you know, some tough decisions that need to be made here moving forward. Maybe this looks perfect on paper, and maybe in reality there's some discord, non-communication, not being able to see eye to eye, maybe disharmony. This to me seems more like challenges of growing together and working together and figuring things out and moving forward. Maybe there's some sort of disconnect here. So let's find out what this is, what the Four of Swords is in the challenge here, or why this is happening. Clarify the Four of Swords. Well, this is definitely a soul connection. And we have the King of Swords. Give me one more, please. I think somebody's very, very clear about this, that this is a soul connection here, or just something that's very very close to your heart. I think somebody here is very determined to create their independence, or to break free, or to be able to be different in somehow or in some way. Because you got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, right? That's like mom and pop. You know, that's two very similar water energies. Devotion and love, love and devotion. Devotion and love is here. This is a soul connection, but I think somebody maybe wants to identify as an individual in this as well. Not be identified with the relationship, but be identified as somebody, as their own entity, so to speak. So let's see what the Eight of Wands is. Clarify the Eight of Wands here. I'm just getting this because it's coming up, but for others, this could be like twins. in a family dynamic that, maybe see things a little differently, don't want, or are not want to be together yet separate. Clarifying their own identity, yet still being a part of the connection, the soul connection. So clarify the Eight of Wands, please. So we have some sort of communication here coming through where there's a decision that has to be made. Give me one more. And we have the Tower, and it needs to be made quickly. There's something here that's happening where, there's a very solid connection here that's been very seasoned. And I think that there's some kind of discord or disruption that has come in here where maybe two people are not seeing eye to eye. Might have to do with a family situation, might have to do with parents. There could be an illness here where somebody is going to be, clearly knows that they're going to be on their own. Some sort of decision needs to be made here, and it needs to be made quickly. Maybe there was an illness with somebody, or somebody, has an addiction, or somebody is being challenged. Whoever this is, they're very tightly connected here. So this could be parents, this could be grandparents, this could be somebody in your family that have been together for a very long time. Maybe this is health issues, some kind of communication came in, a decision has to be made, it has to be made quickly. You want to do the right thing here. We got strength. It's going to take a lot of strength and courage to make this decision. I see now. There's something here that you really don't want to do. Or you really don't want to contend with it. Or you don't want to have to face the reality of it. You're trying to find the courage and the strength to be able to do the right thing in this decision. This could also be something like, parents after a long period of time, or friends after a long period of time, or someone that who was a couple for a long period of time are now going their separate ways. Yeah, there's a decision here. Page of Swords. Looking out into the future now. There's a decision that has to be made here that it's going to take a lot of strength, a lot of inner strength. Gathering information, trying to figure things out, looking out into the future. So let's find out what this Ace of Swords is. What is the clarity here that needs to be seen, or that needs to be contended with? Somebody's under a lot of stress and duress here. And we have the Tower. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's been under constant stress for a long time, and now they're cracking. I think this has been going on for a period of time. Maybe it wasn't noticed. Maybe it wasn't seen. Maybe it wasn't understood. Maybe it was covered up. But I think that there's, you know, some kind of clarity here coming to the surface. I don't know that it really, you really want to face this. Can you trust it? Is it something that you know, is it the truth of the situation here? Is it something that you can rely on? Because whatever this is, it just kind of seems to have come up out of the blue. Do you need, maybe if this is an illness, do you need a second opinion? Do you need more information before you make the decision? Are you being rushed to make a decision you don't want to make yet? If this has something to do with, two people going their separate ways, maybe this has been something that just kind of happened out of the blue but have been going on for a long, long time, and coming to terms with this is kind of hard to deal with. So let's see what the Four of Cups is. Get clarity on the Four of Cups here. Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords again. This is some kind of hard turn here. It has to come to realization. And I don't really think you want to do this. Something that you've got to do that you really don't want to do. I think it's really important to trust your gut instincts on this, to follow your inner guidance if you can. For others of you, if this is a relationship that you've been in over a long period of time, I think there's some hard realizations here that are coming to the surface, and some decisions, quick decisions need to be made. I think it's getting clear here that, somebody's going to be out on their own. And maybe there's some legal issues that are involved here as well, where, you're really going to have to gather your facts and your information and, look to the future on how this is all going to play out here. This seems to be moving pretty fast. And it's kind of pushing you in a state of, unrest. You just don't know what to do with this. You don't want to have to deal with this. It's not something that you really were anticipating wanting to deal with. So let's see what the High Priestess is. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Devil. Well, again, Scorpio, we've got the Devil in here twice. So this is definitely a challenge. It might be an obstacle. It might be an obstacle to a commitment or to some kind of, situation here that had a commitment or a long-term commitment. This could be a marriage. I think that, deep down inside, maybe you're hoping for reconciliation here, or you're hoping to move forward, where there's some kind of amending or some kind of apology coming in. But when you got the Devil here with this, kind of telling me that there's some, fear. This is about fear, a lot of fear involved here. Maybe fear that things aren't going to grow, things aren't going to change. You're at a kind of a standstill here. And I think deep down inside, there's fear that maybe, you know, there's not going to be any kind of amending. There's some hard truths here that need to be faced, that maybe don't want to be faced. Whatever this situation is, whether this has to do with, you know, some family structure where there's a parting of ways, and some decisions have to be made pretty soon. I think, you know, fear is kind of driving this right now. And I think this is kind of happening really, really fast. And I think there's going to be some legal issues in here. I think one of you were resting in the fact that this was very much a soul connection. And I think somebody else is seeing very clearly that they're going to be on their own now. And there's decisions that have to be made here. And communication is really vital in this in order to move forward and make some decisions here. Maybe this had been under a lot of stress and duress, and then this is like a pressure cooker coming through. And then the truth finally came out. And maybe it had been happening over a period of time. Maybe you were unaware of this to a certain degree. And, you know, also maybe this had been, you know, we've got the Four of Cups here. Maybe this is just something that was not something that you really wanted to deal with. Maybe you had a fear that, you know, deep down inside that something like this was going to take place or would take place at some point. So let's see who's showing up here for you. This seems to be kind of open-ended because, you know, this has a lot of different connotations to it. This could be about, you know, a family member who has gotten ill. There's decisions to be made. This can also be about a connection where there's strong history, there's foundations built, there's a lot built, and there's some fear coming in because, you know, maybe you're at a stalemate. Maybe you're thinking about, you know, one of you has to go, somebody here is clear that, you know, maybe they need to gain their independence a little bit. Maybe it's very scary. Maybe there's decisions that need to be made that you might need some legal help or legal counsel. But you're looking towards your future now. And I think at this point it's very important to try to connect with your inner guidance and your inner wisdom here about this. I think, you know, you're hoping this will stay together in some way, shape, or form. But the fear might be driving the decisions right now. So, you know, just know that that fear is valid and it's there for a reason, and it's there to kind of like maybe contend with some things that are blocking this stalemate because of this fear of moving forward. So let's see who's showing up here for you. I got Capricorn. I've got Scorpio. I've got Leo. I've got Libra. I've got Scorpio again. I've got Cancer, Pisces. I've got Capricorn, Taurus, and Cancer, Pisces again. So I'm going to look at those in the extended. Let's pull an oracle card for you here, Scorpio. Let's get an oracle card. We have within weeks. So however that answers your question here or your situation about, you know, whatever it is that you are working towards or whatever it is that you are working through is going to be able to work through within weeks. So I hope this helps you. Know that fear is what's pushing this right now. and to be able to find the rest and the contentment, because that's why this is happening, to find the healing needed to be able to navigate through this and communicate effectively to be able to do the right thing here. It's going to take a lot of courage. It's going to take a lot more information, and it's really going to be looking towards what the future is right now. So that's what I have for you. I hope this helped. Until next time, Grand Rising, my friends.